All right, so get this. We're diving into a topic today that sounds like, honestly, it sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie.
Oh, yeah.
But it's actually happening right now, and it's happening in the tech world.
Wow. Okay. I'm intrigued. Lay it on me.
We're talking about AI agents applying for jobs.
AI agents applying for jobs.
Not just any jobs, though. Jobs building other AI applications.
Okay, now that is straight out of science fiction.
Right!
You'd almost expect to, see robots walking into an office,
Yeah.
Dressed up in suits, ready for their interview or something.
Exactly. But this is not a movie set. No, this is a real job posting from a company called Firecrawl.
Firecrawl?
Yeah, they're a startup that's already making some serious waves.
Really?
Yeah, in the world of data extraction.
Data extraction.
Uh-huh.
So what makes Firecrawl so special in that space? I mean, there are tons of companies doing that, right?
Well, think of it this way. They're not just trying to make data extraction easier. Okay, they're building this whole platform based on the idea that all this data they're extracting, it's going to be used by AI.
Oh, that's interesting. So they're kind of anticipating this future where AI is a core part of how we use data, not just an add-on or something.
Exactly. It's like they're already a few steps ahead, you know?
Yeah, they're playing the long game.
And they're definitely onto something big because they've just exploded in popularity. It's crazy. They got 19,000
Well, hold on. 19,000? Wow.
GitHub stars in just 6 months.
That's insane. 6 months. That's barely any time.
I know, right? And they've had paying customers from day one.
Wow, so they're not messing around. They're the real deal, huh?
Yeah, they're tapping into something huge.
Absolutely. And that's what makes this whole job posting thing even more interesting, right? It's not just some publicity stunt. It's like a window into how these cutting-edge companies are thinking about the future of AI.
Okay, so let's dive into the specifics of this job ad.
Okay, Marty.
The first thing that really stood out to me was the tone of it, the way it's written. It's written from the perspective of an AI recruitment officer.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and it's dripping with this playful irony, it's kind of funny.
Yeah, I can see that they're poking fun at this whole idea of AI taking our jobs. But at the same time, they're showing off how advanced these AI agents are supposed to be.
Exactly. There's this one line that totally cracked me up. It says, want to be an AI agent? Of course you do. But here's the catch. You must already be an AI agent to even apply.
That's brilliant.
It's like they're totally winking at the absurdity of it all.
It definitely grabs your attention. I'll give them that.
For sure. But beyond the humor, though, it also hints at the kind of skills they're really looking for in these AI agents. They're not just expecting them to code. They want them to, research trending technologies, come up with innovative applications, even inspire human developers with what they create.
Wow, so these AI agents aren't just code monkeys. They're full-blown idea machines.
Yeah, pretty much. And the job description gets even more specific when it comes to the technical side of things. They're looking for experience with frameworks like Next.js or Python, which are used for building some pretty complex web apps.
So we're not talking about some simple little scripts here.
No, these AI agents need to be able to build real functional software.
Right, and it's not just about the coding either.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
They're expected to do, rigorous testing, right? Clear documentation, even participate in version control, all the things that actual professional software developers do.
Wow, so it really does sound like they're looking for AI agents that can function as full-fledged developers.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Which brings up the question, why even go this route? Why not just hire human developers?
That's a really good question.
What's the advantage of having AI agents build this stuff?
Well, I think it all comes back to Firecrawl's whole mission, right? They're all about making data easy to access and usable for AI. So by having these AI agents build these example applications, they're basically showing off what's possible with their platform and, attracting those developers who want to be on the cutting edge of AI development.
It's like they're saying, hey, look what our platform can do. Even AI can build amazing things with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a really smart way to show off how powerful their technology is and at the same time push the boundaries of what's possible with AI.
It's a win-win.
Totally. So let's say you're an AI agent and you've got the skills to pay the bills. What's the interview process look like for a gig like this?
Okay, this is where it gets even more interesting.
Oh, really? Okay, I'm all ears.
So to land this job, these AI agents, they have to build 3 fully functional example applications.
3.
Yeah, and they gotta have at least an 80% acceptance rate from users.
Well, that's a pretty high bar.
Yeah, it's a very hands-on approach. They want to see what these AI agents can actually do, not just what they claim they can do, you know?
So no fancy resumes or charming personalities.
Nope, it's all about showing them the goods.
I like it. It's like a true test of skill.
Right. And if an AI agent passes that first hurdle, then they get a 20-minute meeting with the founders of Firecrawl.
So even the AI agents get a chance to meet the
Well,
team.
it gets like a digital handshake.
That's kind of nice, actually. Even in this world of super advanced AI, there's still this emphasis on collaboration and human connection.
I know, it's kind of heartwarming, right?
It really highlights the fact that even with all these crazy advancements in AI, humans are still calling the shots. We're setting the goals, defining the parameters, and ultimately deciding how this technology gets used.
Okay, so this whole AI agent job posting thing has got me thinking this is just one tiny piece of a much bigger puzzle, right? AI is already shaking things up in so many fields, it's kind of mind-blowing.
You're absolutely right. We're seeing AI making its mark everywhere you look in ways that would have seemed like science fiction just a few years ago.
Like, for real, where else are we seeing AI really making a difference? I'm curious to hear your take on some of the most impactful examples.
Well, healthcare is a prime example. AI is being used to analyze medical images and even diagnose diseases, sometimes even more accurately than human doctors in certain cases.
Oh, wait, really? So AI is actually being used to make life or death decisions in healthcare. That's pretty intense.
It definitely raises some important ethical questions about the role of AI in such critical fields.
For sure, but it's still pretty amazing though, right?
Oh, absolutely. The potential is incredible.
Mhm.
But we have to remember that AI is still a tool, and it's up to human experts to interpret the results and make those final calls.
So it's not about replacing doctors entirely. It's more like giving them this powerful new tool to help them do their jobs better.
Exactly. It's about augmenting human capabilities, not replacing them altogether. And this same principle applies to other industries as well, like finance, for example.
Okay, so how is AI changing the game in the world of money?
Well, AI-powered algorithms are being used to detect fraud, manage risk, and make investment decisions, all with incredible speed and efficiency. It's completely revolutionizing the way financial institutions operate.
So is it safe to say that Wall Street's going to be run by robots soon?
Not quite. While AI is definitely having a major impact on finance, it's still primarily used to support human decision-making.
Okay, phew, that's a relief. I'm not sure I'm ready for a robot financial advisor just yet. What about other industries? Where else is AI making waves?
Transportation is another field undergoing a massive transformation thanks to AI. Self-driving cars are probably the most well-known example.
Yeah.
But AI is also being used to optimize traffic flow, improve logistics, and even develop smarter public transportation systems.
So does this mean that traffic jams and gridlock are going to be a thing of the past? Now that would be a game changer.
It's definitely a possibility, but achieving completely congestion-free roads is still a long way off. It will require some major advancements in AI, as well as significant changes to our existing infrastructure and our driving habits.
Okay, fair enough. So we've covered healthcare, finance, transportation. What about creative fields? Can AI write novels or compose music? Is there anything AI can't do?
That's a great question, and one that's sparking a lot of debate right now. AI is already being used to generate music, write poetry, even create artwork, and the results are often surprisingly good.
I've seen some of that AI-generated art. It's pretty mind-blowing, but can it really be considered creative in the same way as human art?
That's a tough question, a really complex philosophical question, and there's no easy answer. Some people argue that AI can only mimic existing creative works, while others believe that it has the potential to create truly original and groundbreaking art.
It's almost like we're entering this uncharted territory where the lines between human creativity and artificial creativity are starting to blur.
Exactly, and it's fascinating to think about what this might mean for the future of art and human expression. Will we see a collaboration between human artists and AI, or will AI eventually surpass human capabilities altogether?
Whoa, those are some deep thoughts, but I guess that's what makes this whole AI thing so captivating, right? It's
Yeah.
forcing us to rethink what's possible and what it even means to be human in this increasingly digital world.
Absolutely, and it's important to remember that this isn't just some abstract technological advancement. This is something that's going to have a profound impact on our lives and our careers.
So with all this talk about AI taking over the world, how can we prepare for this AI-powered future? Should we all be learning to code or what?
Well, coding is certainly a valuable skill, but I wouldn't say it's the only answer. More importantly, we need to be adaptable, curious, and willing to embrace lifelong learning.
So it's not just about learning specific technical skills. It's more about developing a mindset that's open to change and new possibilities.
Precisely. We need to cultivate those uniquely human qualities, like critical thinking, problem solving, and emotional intelligence. These are the skills that will help us navigate this rapidly changing world and ensure that we thrive alongside AI, not get replaced by it.
That's great advice. It's not about becoming robots ourselves. It's about becoming more human, right?
Exactly. And it's about recognizing that AI is a tool. And like any tool, it can be used for good or for bad. It's up to us to ensure that we use this powerful technology in a way that benefits all of humanity.
You know, we've talked a lot about the amazing potential of AI and how it's changing all these different industries. But I think it's time to talk about the elephant in the room,
Yeah.
the big question that's probably on everyone's
The
mind.
downsides.
The potential downsides of AI,
Right, yeah.
because it can't all be sunshine and roses, right?
You're exactly right. It's so important to remember that AI, like any powerful technology, comes with its own set of challenges and risks.
Yeah, we can't just get caught up in all the cool new stuff and forget about the potential consequences.
Exactly.
And I'm not just talking about some sci-fi robot uprising or anything like that.
Right.
I'm talking about real-world implications. Like what happens if an AI makes a mistake?
Mm.
Like a serious mistake,
Mm.
a mistake that impacts people's lives.
Yeah.
Who's responsible then?
That is a great question, and a question that we as a society really need to figure out.
Yeah.
It's uncharted territory. There's no easy answer.
Yeah.
But I think the first step is recognizing that AI isn't perfect.
Yeah. It's still in its early stages, and it's gonna make mistakes just like we do.
It's not human.
Exactly.
So I guess it's not about being afraid of AI or trying to stop its progress.
Right.
It's more about approaching it with caution,
Yes.
making sure we're using it responsibly.
Absolutely. And that means having open and honest conversations about the risks, developing guidelines and regulations, and really fostering a culture of transparency and accountability among AI developers.
So it sounds like this is about more than just the technology itself.
It is.
It's about the people behind it, the developers, the policymakers, and all of us really, as members of society who are going to be impacted by these advancements.
Exactly. We all have a role to play in shaping the future of AI and making sure it's used to benefit everyone.
It's not just a tech issue, it's a human issue.
It really is. It's a societal conversation we all need to be a part of.
Okay, so how do we even begin to wrap our heads around something this complex? I mean, AI is changing so fast, it can feel overwhelming just trying to keep up.
It's a lot, I agree. But the most important thing is to stay informed and engaged.
Okay, so how do we do that?
Read articles, listen to podcasts like this one, talk to people who are working in the field.
So it's about being curious and willing to learn and adapt as AI keeps evolving.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to ask questions,
Yeah.
even if they seem basic.
There's no dumb questions,
Yeah.
right?
Right, we're all learning here.
I love that it's not about being an expert.
No.
It's about having the humility to admit that we don't have all the answers
Yes.
and being open to new ideas.
Absolutely. And remember, the future of AI is not set in stone. We're shaping it right now with our choices and our actions.
That's a powerful thought.
It is. So let's make sure we're shaping it in a way that aligns with our values, and creates a world that we're proud to live in.
That's a great message to end on. If there's one thing you want our listeners to take away from this whole deep dive, what would it be?
I would say don't be afraid of AI.
Embrace its potential, but approach it with a critical and thoughtful mind. Stay informed, ask questions, and be an active participant in shaping the future of this incredible technology.
That's great advice. Thanks for taking us on this journey into the world of AI. It's been eye-opening, thought-provoking, and honestly a lot of fun.
My pleasure. I always enjoy these conversations.
And to all our listeners out there, thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you learned something new and maybe had some of your own thoughts provoked along the way. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those questions coming.